Hey everybody, what's going on? Just wanted to talk a little bit about my 2009 1200 Custom Sportster. A lot of people like to say that, Harleys are unreliable, they leak oil, blah blah blah. But, that's all a farce, pretty much. The new ones do not leak oil. They're very reliable, especially at Sportster. I have, I don't know exactly how many miles I have on this now, but I literally ride it every day. Today's actually pretty nice out, so I decided to give it a bath. It's about 62 degrees right now. But as you can see, I put the hard bags on, as well as gauntlet fairing and a bunch of other stuff. But I ride this every day, and it starts up every time. It doesn't give me any trouble whatsoever. It rides great, handles great. The 1200 Sportster has plenty of power. I'm not out to win any races. I'm not out racing, period. I just like to cruise, and it's got plenty of power for that. Plenty of power and then some. If you're on the highway going 70, 80 miles an hour and you hit it, you're certainly going to pass a car in a hurry. There's no reason you can't take this on longer trips, especially when you put hard bags on there. And a fairing definitely does help. I wanted to go with the gauntlet fairing for obvious reasons. I needed some kind of fairing to block the wind off my chest, because around here it gets really windy. You're talking, on average about 20 plus mile an hour wind. I'm right on Lake Erie, so it gets pretty wicked. But other than that though, the fairing takes all the wind off your chest, so you don't feel like you're hanging off for dear life and about to get blown off the bike. So it works great for that. You still get wind on your helmet. So far, everything's been holding up really great. As far as the extra stuff, like the bags off Amazon, the Amazon lights I bought, they're DeTrio. Fairing is from Amazon. I did this rear turn relocation for obvious reasons because of the bags. I did get the caps to go over that right there. I just got to go get me some chrome Allens today and basically finish that up. But I just wanted to touch base a little bit, put a video out. As you can tell, I just gave it a bath, so this thing is like gleaming in the sun. But a lot of the stuff you hear about Harley is all nonsense, man. It really is. Like, I've had zero trouble with this bike whatsoever. I changed oil when I first got it. I got to do another oil change here shortly. And that's pretty much about it. One thing you got to watch out for on the Sportster is if you overfill your oil, okay, it's going to suck it in through the intake. That's what it's meant to do. So usually with the oil, you want it about halfway up on the stick. And that's really all you need. So don't stress out unless it's getting lower than that and it's just going bye-byes. Well, you might need to get a new air filter, for example. I'd say get a new air filter, maybe even clean yours out. But if you ran a lot of oil through it, and you're constantly getting oil splashing back on your exhaust and stuff, as well as your oil tank, chances are you've been adding way too much oil and the filter's probably shot, so it ain't gonna be able to breathe. But other than that, it's really one of the things you got to look out for. But I have no leaks. It fires up every time. It runs great. It's an awesome bike, man. Really. Like I said in my last video, I think if I do decide to get another Harley, I'll probably get a V-Rod. Just simply because I want something really, really fast. And like I said, this is fast enough. I just want the V-Rod to mess around with. Then I'll probably sell that and get another one. So that's just how I do it. But other than that, like I said, no problems, no issues. I usually check the tire pressure quite often. Especially now when it's starting to get colder. It gets about 40 degrees at night. And pretty soon here our season's going to be over with riding. So that's why I'm giving it pretty much, this will be probably the last bath it has. And then after that, I'll probably just use a little bit of detail spray on it to just clean it up a little bit, cover it up, and put her away for the winter. But I would say, if you're looking to get yourself a Harley, don't listen to all the nonsense, man, because they're awesome bikes. And if you're out for a real smooth ride, like the motor makes zero vibrations, uh, bike has no character whatsoever. If you like a lot of plastic on your bike, go for a Honda or a Yamaha. Yeah, these are more expensive, but you can get an older used one like I did for a very fair price that already had a few mods done to it and that's well taken care of. You don't have to go out and buy something brand new. And one thing I liked about the custom is the bigger gas tank, because I don't like stopping at gas stations. When I want to go, I just want to go. And the custom gives you that. And what's nice about the older customs is that you get a 21-inch laced wheel in the front as opposed to a 19 mag, which helps you out a little bit with handling and a few other things and such. The narrower tire, you do have to watch out for, I guess you could say, like the road snakes and stuff, or decent sized cracks. Like that tire will tend to follow, but aside from that, very well worth it. The ape hangers, awesome. I don't even know what to tell you other than, don't listen to everybody. And Harleys have character. And by character, it's like I said in another video too, it's like being an old muscle car. When you get an old muscle car, it's sitting there shaking. They weren't smooth as silk like a Lexus or a Toyota. Nothing like that. Like, these are just simply American-made, air-cooled bikes. And a lot of people like to praise a new bike that comes out that's raw, that doesn't have a lot of performance enhancements, no traction control, the gauges are old, analog. But when it comes to a Harley, they say, oh, yesterday's technology, tomorrow's pricing. Well, a minute ago you were talking about how you like the raw nature of the other bike. It doesn't get any more raw than this. Air cooled, less stuff to break, not all that electronic crap. I'll take that. I don't need all that traction control and ABS. For as long as people have been riding, there's been no such aids. If you don't know how to ride, well, you'll certainly learn. You don't need all that crap on your bike. You just need something simplistic where if you break down on the side of the road, you can fix it. With a Harley, you can do that. And the best part is that there's tons of dealerships and parts to where you can go get anything you need. And really, it's not even that expensive. Like, I was looking up batteries, in the local auto parts store. One of them had a battery to fit this for $100 and some with a 3-month warranty. The other auto store had one with a 6-month warranty, same price. I called up Harley. They give you a 1-year warranty for around $100 and some, same as the rest. So it's not like you think. As far as some of their merchandise goes, it's geared for riders. And what's nice about that is that if you're just new to riding, you don't know what good brands there are out there. Like me, I didn't know what coats were good or what helmets are good. I've been learning all this stuff as I went. But what's nice is that if you go over to a Harley shop, you see a nice spring jacket, like a windbreaker. I actually got one given to me by my brother. And I'll tell you what, that thing is awesome, man. It blocks every bit of wind. You feel nothing, in 40 degrees. That's pretty impressive. Now I understand, there are new features on some new bikes that are pretty cool. Like, let's take an Indian Challenger, for example. The adjustable windshield. Harley should definitely do that to their baggers. And then a lot of people complain, like, oh, I have to upgrade my Harley as soon as I buy it. You don't have to do anything. You can just leave it the way it is. But anybody who buys a bike upgrades everything no matter what. Like, when I had my little Grom clone, I could have left it just the way it was, but no, I went out and bought a bigger motor, exhaust, so on and so on and so on. But with this, you don't have to do any of it. But they make them the way they do because of the EPA in the past, where they have to sell them at, over in Europe and so on and so forth. So they got to choke them down a little bit, which, you know, it's all up to you if you want to make it breathe better, sound a lot better, more power. You know, like, that's all up to the rider's discretion. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. My buddy rides a '04 Shadow. He's done a ton of stuff to his bike too. You know, hard bags, windshield, I mean, you name it, he's done it to it. And he loves it. We ride all the time. You know? So if you don't have the cash to get a Harley, no big deal, you know? But as a newer rider, I will say, you're better off getting a 1200 Sportster, because the 883, you're gonna be tired of that real quick. You know, really quick. Where the 1200 is gonna last you a while, and you're the one in control of the throttle. So if you start going too fast, you just let go. That's all you got to do. You know. And like I said, the custom, you know, you get a lot more chrome on a custom, as well as a bigger tank. And yeah, I mean, granted, the custom tank might not look as cool as a 48, you know, or an iron, but you know, I didn't want all the black. You know, I didn't want the motor all black, everything just black. I do like chrome, you know, and I do like the bigger tank, which that's the nice thing about the custom. Like I said, you get more chrome, you get a bigger tank. You know, I love it. Really, I love it. Like, the bike is super awesome. The bags make a big difference when you're going on longer trips now. So much better. I can't stand soft bags because they just look terrible after a short period of time. But I just wanted to share a couple of things with everybody out there. But until next time, I will catch you guys next time. Everybody take care, and thanks for watching.